Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. You probably don't know who I am or why I'm talking, and that's what we will cover in the following minutes of this video. So I had a therapy appointment this morning, and my therapist told me in a nutshell, basically, I should start vlogging, put myself out there. She said a former client of hers lives in a car and started uploading videos, and he's successful, and she said I should try it. So, you know, what she said has worked, so I'm gonna keep going with it. So this video, I'm going to just give a little bit of a rundown about myself and my life in a nutshell, and we will break down the lore in future videos. So what do I want to do first? We'll go through interests. So I'm 26. I grew up on Long Island, New York in a Jewish home, and I've always been into baseball and technology. So I like all sports. The order would definitely be baseball. I'm a Mets fan, RIP, because the Mets are having the worst season since like 07, 08, when they had 06, 07 when they had those collapses. Yeah, Mets fan. So last night, Jose Lopez, I think, threw his glove into the stands, and that's pretty much where we're at on the season. I've been to 4 games in Citi Field. I was in New York for April 15th to May 15th. I went to 4 games, and they were actually 3-1. So, like, I caught 3 of their wins. They'll maybe get, like, 30 wins this year. We'll see. They'll have more than that, but it's not going well. Anyway, Mets fan for baseball, New York Giants for football, New York Rangers for hockey, and New York Knicks for basketball. I actually went to the Knicks-Pacers Game 1 in MSG. I went to Game 4, Rangers-Panthers in Florida 2 days ago on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. That means the Rangers are playing tonight, and I have a date tonight. So that was poor planning. Meeting this girl I met on Hinge. We'll cover that in another video. Yeah, so I like sports, I like technology. I run a business where it's kind of like Single Man Geek Squad. I hang TVs, fix people's Wi-Fi. A lot of old people in Florida who don't know how to use their phones, so I go around giving courses, basically teaching them how to use their technology, and maybe they'll put me in their will when they die. I don't know, we'll see. I'm kidding. I just like being helpful to people who need help, and it's fulfilling to me to be able to help them, and I enjoy that. So that's what I do at this moment. However, it's not really what I want to do. I'll cover that in a little bit. It's kind of a stepping stone. Anyway, so yeah, I like tech, I like sports. I started writing music when I came down to Florida in December of 2022. I came down for rehab for mental health issues and substance abuse. My main mental health issue, I struggle with depression, and I have ADHD, which when I say that, I feel like I have imposter syndrome, and I missed my street, so I've got to make a U-turn now. I guess that adds a couple minutes to the video, which will be good. I'm trying to keep it around 10 minutes. We're at 4. Minus whatever for editing anyway. So yeah, I came down for rehab December 2022. You guys will like that lore. That's a good chapter. Started writing music. I actually have a friend down here who also makes music. He makes more pop music, but he wanted to get into rapping, so we've had like 4 or 5, like, not studio sessions obviously, but you know, just kind of like we pick a beat on YouTube, we write our own verses, we compare them, we have fun with it. But he plays piano, so I want to learn to play piano to an extent so I can produce beats, because he also produces a little bit. So I like music, baseball, sports, technology. I grew up in a Jewish home on Long Island, New York. I went to Jewish middle school, elementary school, high school. After high school, I went to Israel for a gap year from September to June. And then after that year, I went to college for 2 semesters in 2017. Didn't like it. Another opportunity came up. A family friend and a neighbor was opening an e-commerce warehouse, and he wanted me to manage it, so I managed the warehouse. I worked at the warehouse from 2017 to the end of 2020, so about 3 years. I was managing it for a majority, probably a little over 2 years, probably like 2 years and a couple months, and I kind of hit a breaking point where it was just too much. I was working like 55, 60-hour weeks, and I took a break for a few months. When I came back, my job was split into like 2.5 people. Like there were 2 people on the warehouse floor doing my job, and then somebody in the office area was doing a little part of the job too, which kind of just made me feel really good about taking the break, because it wasn't just me being weak. It was my job was spanning too many responsibilities. So when I came back, I was no longer managing. I was managing the RMA department. So we sell stuff, people are going to return stuff. So I was managing the returns department. So that ended in December of 2020. It ended for 3 reasons. The first reason, the boss family friend was pushed out of the company. It was not his company. It was a company based in California, and the owner wanted to branch out and open a location in New York, and my boss got pushed out at the end of 2020. The second reason, I did not see a long-term future, so I went to electrical school starting in October of 2020. So by the time I left the warehouse, I was halfway through, and a new job and a new path was on the horizon. And the third reason is I actually met a girl in electrical school, and we'll get into that lore in a little bit in another video, but yeah, those 3 reasons. I just left the job and was just kind of taking it easy. So 2020 was when the pandemic kind of started. So 2021, when I finished electrical school in March, I got a job doing audio video. The end of electrical school kind of covered, that's just the gate clicker at my complex. The end of electrical school covered low voltage or audio video. So being the tech guy I always have been, I went into audio video, and I was with a company. We were making Zoom rooms for a major company in New York, the city area, and we had a contract with a college in the New York City area. So we were making a lot of Zoom rooms. That was the majority of the work that we did. That lasted from March 2021 until January of 2022, when I think it was Friday, January 7th, 2022. I did not wake up for work that morning, and I was promptly fired the next day, or following the weekend, actually. No, I was told not to come in on the following Monday. Well, no. I was told to come in late on the following Monday, so that they can fire me and I can take whatever I had at my desk home with me. So January, I kind of was looking for a new job. I got hired at another audio video company before the end of January, so there's no gap on my resume, which was like kind of a bonus point, I guess. So I got to a new audio video company, and this was a much higher profile one. They were working on Billionaires Row in New York City, Central Park South, and in the Hamptons. Oh, that was a terrible park. So I did that. That lasted also about 9 months. You know, it was March to January, and then January to about October. October, I kind of just had it. They kind of shifted my responsibility. They had like a lighting and shades department for automating all that. It wasn't just audio video. It was also like home automation. So they had a lighting and shades department, and they kind of pushed me in there because I just wasn't really vibing with like the audio video side of things. So I kind of had it, and I realized that my ultimate goal in life is to have geographical independence. I did not like being told to be here at a certain time. I wasn't even driving the company car. Like, I was obviously just like a low-level employee at the time. I was only 9 months in, so I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. I was kind of a helper, apprentice, whatever. I had a lot of responsibilities, but I was not like a lead tech. So, um, in November, I wanted to start a coding boot camp, so I did. And that lasted longer than it should have. It was supposed to be a 6 month program, but in December of 2022, I came down to Florida for rehab, and I've been living here since then. And I picked up the coding boot camp again in February. It went from February of 2023 until June or July of 2023. And I'm very happy I went, but they were definitely misleading their students. Um, I don't remember the numbers. They had a very promising sounding job placement rate. I don't know if it was like 80% of the students have jobs in 6 months or whatever. I don't know. Not important. But they misled. Obviously, with the AI boom and the pandemic layoffs on the big tech FANG companies, FANG is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. So I guess it's Ming now because it's Meta, not Facebook, but whatever. I digress. So between the AI and the FANG layoffs, entry level positions are asking for like an IT department's worth of knowledge. Like they want DevOps, they want front end, back end, server, database. They want everything, and they're not offering very competitive salaries. So I don't have a software engineering job of any kind. So I started my company where I'm kind of a single man geek squad. And that's where I'm at today. So video ran a little bit longer than I would have liked. Maybe I'll edit it down a little bit. But that pretty much is my life in a nutshell, a little bit about me and my interests. And with that, I will go ahead and end the video. So thank you to anybody who stumbles across this and watches it. It is greatly appreciated. My therapist will be very happy that I've uploaded a video. And stay tuned for some lore. Peace. I was never good with YouTube outros. I had a few YouTube channels over the years, and I never knew how to end it. So I will catch you all next time, and have a great evening or day or whenever you're watching this. Bye.